Welcome to your 2's review. It is time to catch up with Atlanta United 2 and Huntsville City Football Club as we go over what happened in, as Madison Cruz and I said in the pregame show presented by our friends at Kaiser Permanente, traditionally when these two teams get together, it's chaos. This game was no different. So I'm not really going to waste a whole lot of your time. We're going to go right into the goals, and there's a lot of them, as it was broadcast here on the HDH Network on Sunday afternoon. 4 matches, including today, left in the Eastern Conference in the regular season. Great long ball by Ollie Wright. Cutback. Chances there. Big swing and in. Woobens Pussius just wound and fired from just inside the 18. Huntsville City went long. Big switch from the left to the right. And tracking it down. Well done. Finding Pussius on the cutback just inside the 18. Rocketed past Jaden Hibbert, and it's 1-0 to the visitors here early 13th minute. Intercepted. Bolaños now inside the 18. Deep turnover for Atlanta United 2 and poked in by Ajago. Javi Armas had his pass intercepted by Jonathan Bolaños. Bolaños, in turn, finds Forster Ajago on a sprint, and it's an easy slam dunk for Huntsville City. And they now have a 2-0 lead here late 22nd minute. Efren Morales did. Dangerous pass and back heel, and it was a mess. 3-0, Bolaños and Ollie Wright. Off of the free kick. The ball got caught up in the breeze a little bit. Didn't make it back to Jaden Hibbert. Kind of floated in the air, and it was floating right toward the edge of the 18. Obviously, Jaden Hibbert couldn't grab it with his hands, had to kind of chest it down, couldn't control it outside the 18. Ollie Wright was there. Jonathan Bolaños is there, 17 and 10 combined, and that is now 3-0 for Huntsville City Football Club here in the 36th minute here in Kennesaw. And Huntsville City will work quickly. Apononu toward his edge of the center circle to Applewhite, off to his right in front of the Huntsville City bench. Quick work, 1-2. Wright looking for Perkins into the middle. Found O'Brien. Big shot and in, and it's 4. Just like that, quick 1-2, and Pussius has a brace. Firmino, step overs, top of the arc, pulls it back, leaves it for Okello. Okello through the traffic, deflected it in. Noble Okello from just outside the D from about 22. Took a swing at it, hit a Huntsville City Football Club defender, goes in the back of the net, and it's 4-1. Now the big question is, how does Atlanta United 2 build off of that momentum? Putting it in the back of the net for Okello, his 3rd of the season. Up and over the top, looking to do the same thing that Huntsville City was able to do to Atlanta United 2 in the first 45 minutes. Kareem Tamimi on a full sprint tries to get the ball away from Dowd, but Alan Carlton and his speed get it away from Perkins. 30 yards away from goal here on the near side, Gajardo. Tamimi, Armas looking right-hand side, one hop, controlled by Ramsey Kawasmi. Kawasmi to Brennan. Brennan cuts it back on his left foot. Big shot, big save, and second one in. Tamimi. 49th minute. Brennan with the shot. Saved by Dowd. Tamimi kind of caught it in between hops, puts it in the back of the net. And here we go. Scooped forward, looking for Ollie Wright. Armas gets in the way. Turnover for the 2's. Tamimi wants to turn and shoot. Yazbek is there to stop him from doing it. Okello, 30 yards from the target, thought about giving it to Chonkwe to his left, pulls it back, gives to Brennan, edge of the 18, far side. Scooped in, and in Ashton Gordon, 4-3. Great vision by Luke Brennan looking far post. Ashton Gordon found the smallest of openings, and that's all he needed. Slam dunk. 4-3, 10 to go. Remember what I said about your seat belts. Make sure the person next to you has taken their tray table and done the same for yourself. DeJaney was marking him. Back to Gasso. Yazbek, 30 yards from target, thought about it. Here comes Tamimi as the cavalry. Apononu, middle of the park to Perez. Perez wants to line it and go, and he does. Jonathan Perez, his second of the season in the 85th minute. 5-3 Huntsville City. Apononu out just at the edge of his own 18, looking long for Pussius. Pussius gets behind Efren Morales, now edge of the 18. Pussius wants to get in on his left, and you're going to get a penalty call on Efren Morales. Pussius was trying to figure out and go left shoulder, right shoulder. Got past Efra. Efra took Pussius down, and it's going to be a shot from the spot here early in the 87th minute. Jaden Hibbert trying to check on Pussius to see if he's okay. You good enough to take this PK, fam? Just checking. So Pussius, as we go late 87th here, you're going to get a whistle from Promise Adebayo-Ige. He's reminding all the folks in the double blue, make sure no one leaves their spot until contact is made. There's your whistle. Pussius surveys, runs up, hesitates, and it goes just under Jaden Hibbert. Hibbert had guessed to his right, guessed correctly, and it trickles underneath and past him, and we're up 6-3. Pussius gets his hat trick. 9 goals at the end of the day. And looking at your juice boxes coming into this particular matchup, Atlanta United 2 is a slight favorite at a plus 140. Huntsville City Football Club a plus 143, and your 90-minute draw was a plus 300. 9 goals on the board, far and away the most goals scored by both teams combined in a match in this series. So after the match, Maddie went down, caught up with Ashton Gordon, and Atlanta United 2 head coach Steve Cooke. Here's what they had to say after the loss.
All right, Ashton, when you're on the sideline, you're getting ready to come in. Jose, Steve, they're talking to you. What were they telling you before you entered the match?
Just come in and make an impact and try my best and play free because something to lose, we're already losing. So if I lose the ball going forward, it's going to benefit the team.
When you came in left wing, you're driving up on that left side. You saw the open area. What did you see? Walk me through that play.
I saw space, and I know Lookie's good at crossing, so I just got in the right area and hoped that he played the ball, and he did, and I scored, and I'm happy.
How important is it to when you come into a game like that and to try and make an impact? How important is it to keep the energy going even up until the last minute?
It's important, but it's also hard at the same time because you have to get up to match pace. But we have a good group of guys, so it makes it a bit easier. You just have to work hard because you have nothing to lose. You're coming on, so.
What did it mean to you? I'm sorry, finish.
You can say it.
What did it mean to you when you saw the academy kids cheering or hear them? Like, walk me through the ambiance.
It means a lot because they support me, and having them behind you makes you want to run harder and play harder. So it feels very good.
Having a performance like that, how important is it to get something like that under your belt? That way you can experience it, and that as you go forward, when you're in another situation like this, you can come in and learn a little bit more about what you need to do in these types of moments.
It's very important, but it's just good for my confidence that I'm able to do that when I come on, and help the team, so I know I can back myself now.
All right. First question, obviously first half, what did you see from the sideline?
Yeah. We've totally shot ourselves in the foot. I thought actually we started, I know it sounds crazy, but we started the game quite well with the ball, quite positive, created a couple of good openings. Lacking quality in the final space, so we didn't really create too many chances, but I thought we were playing quite well, and then one long ball failed to be swept up behind the back line, then the next one on the build, and then once you go 2-3 down, in the first half, it's a long day. And I think the only thing I can really say of a positive nature is that one, I think we did okay with the ball, and to come back and get 3 ourselves in the second half, and from that moment was really good. So I think credit again the players' fight. Credit again to them for gritting a performance out, and we almost snatched it, a winner. But again, when you've conceded 4 in the first half, and then you're asking yourself to score 5 to win a game. Credit to the players for scoring 3, but obviously we shot ourselves not in the foot but in both feet a couple of times, I think.
Going into halftime, what was your message to the team to see the performance that we did see in the second half, which was a lot of fight and a lot of grit?
Yeah, just that there were a few tactical things that we did, but more importantly, that's irrelevant if the intensity's not there, if the character's not there. And I asked them to show that level of determination, grit, fight before anything else. And you can play a nice game, and tactics are irrelevant unless you win your duels, unless you fight for the ball, unless you're playing with a spirit and an energy and a commitment. And I'm responsible for that, because obviously I'm the head coach, so I take responsibility for that, and hopefully that means that the players have learned something today. It's a tough lesson to learn, but if they're going to, lack that desire or lack that quality, then we have to ask questions, and I don't think it was good enough today by any stretch of the imagination. But second half, credit to them. I'm not taking any credit for what I said at half time, although they did show that energy, but credit to them for gritting it out a little bit and making it a game.
Huntsville in the first half was really kind of popping balls over the top and really capitalizing on that side. How did you go into the second half and close that out and really stop them from taking those chances?
Well, I think when you look at Pasios and you look at Jago, even Bolaños, who's a clever player who can find a player, Ollie Wright, who's really pacey, can really cause problems as well. I think Huntsville have selected players who have pace up top, so they play to that strength. We haven't. So when it looks to me like they've got those players like Jago and Pasios and those kind of players going high, and they're very quick and very strong and very athletic, and so they play to their strengths, and obviously we haven't brought in that type of player, so we can't do that. So I think second half, obviously Jago goes off. He was obviously on a 45-minute restriction, having played in the first team last night. And I think we handled it for the simple reason that he was no longer there. And also we had more energy and more fight and more commitment. So I think both sides of that is they lost that pace and energy. I thought Perez, though, when he came on, he was another first-team player who was with the first team last night and came on and did a really good job second half. So credit to them. I think they caused us a lot of problems, and their player selections were better than ours. Simple as that.
I want to touch on Ashton Gordon as he came into the match. He came in and it was like a spark of energy on that left side. He was able just to bring some more resilience and some grit to the team. What are your thoughts on his performance? What does he bring to this team when he does come in and he creates those opportunities?
Yeah, look, that's the second time he's played left wing and he's done really well both times. And frankly, we were told to play him 9 prior, so we did. And he's clearly not a 9. He is his preferred position is left wing. I think he's been really good, really energetic. He's scored a couple of goals. So he's played there twice and scored 2 goals. And when I say played there twice, he's played there for about 25 minutes and scored 2. So having told us that that's his position, having then been pushed in that position, credit to the player, because he's now shown us twice that he can play that role, not only from a production standpoint, but from I think he could have also played a couple of balls in and we could have scored more with him, So credit to Ashton. He's a kid who's backed himself. He's told us what he wants. He's gone and done it, and he deserves all the credit.
I'd like to build on that question too. What role did you see some of the academy call-ups playing in this game?
All of them have done well, Dominic Chongwei is now putting together, and it's funny, he's a player who probably didn't play this well for the 17s and the 18s. He hasn't played this well. So he's come into this level and he's adjusted really exceptionally well. So I think Dominic, he's got the man of the match today, and some people might go, well, that's crazy because we conceded some goals, but he's quietly now been very consistent and very consistently good now, and he's only 16. He's not 17 for a while yet. So I think he's one who's really showing that he might be able to adjust to different levels, and if that can keep going, then he can maybe become a first-team player. I think Alan Carlton's been absolutely exceptional, and people forget how young he is. He's only 19. He's got the body of a kid in his mid-teens. All of our 17, 18-year-olds are more physically mature than Alan. He is for sure a late developer. He is for sure a player who's going to keep improving. And I think he's one who really needs special mention because he's so technical. He has such a great game understanding. He plays a real clever pass at times. And I think those two can really hold their heads high. And then I think the subs coming on from the academy, like Matt DeGeni, did really, really well and added something. And we've already mentioned Ashton. I think he was terrific as well. So credit to those guys, and hopefully they can keep improving.
So the margin for error for Atlanta United that they had, the 2's, coming into today wasn't a whole lot. Now, at the end of the day, it is even less because it is spot on. Atlanta United 2 now knows their task at hand, and it involves the team that they are going to be playing next on the board. So here's how things stand after the results in MLS Next Pro on Sunday afternoon and evening, involving what happened on in the Eastern Conference. Toronto FC 2 at York Lions Stadium on the campus of York University shut out NYCFC 2 by the final of 3-0. Orlando City B beat New England Revolution 2 by the final of 2-0. New England Revolution 2 had already been knocked out of any kind of postseason consideration going into this week. In Heck is Plausible, the MLS Next Pro version of Hell is Real, FC Cincinnati 2 doubled up Columbus Crew by the final of 2-1. And in yet another result that did not help Atlanta United 2, Inter Miami CF 2, who will be coming to the Fraction for the final home match of the season on the 24th, knocked off the top team in the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia Union 2, at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale by the final of 3-2. In that particular matchup, it was goals on the board. Starting out early on, it was a Yuval Cohen for Inter Miami CF2 in a case of playing advantage, getting a goal on the board, and it would be in the 41st minute. Inter Miami CF2 would end up with a 1-0 lead. Dyron Reyes would also be a part of the run back and forth. Francis Westfield would get a goal in the 68th that would make it for Philadelphia Union 2, another goal on the board for them, but Ryan Saylor would come back for Inter Miami CF2 in the 85th. Dyron Reyes would come back in the 92nd, and then Edward Davis in the 93rd. It would be for Philadelphia Union 2. So that would be the goals on the board. Yuval Cohen for Inter Miami CF2. Then it would be Ryan Saylor and Dyron Reyes getting the 3 on the board for the win. Westfield and Davis would be the goal scorers for Philadelphia Union 2. And that would be the result. Philadelphia Union 2 still top team in the Eastern Conference, but the margins for error now involving everybody chasing the 8 and chasing after position with a handful of matches left in the season, margins are very, very small. Standings in the Eastern Conference. FC Cincinnati right now, 3 matches to go. They are now back on top at 48 points. Philadelphia Union 2 with the loss to Inter Miami CF2, now at 46 points, 3 matches to go. Orlando City B has 2 matches to go, and they are at 43 points. But they have a lot of folks chasing after them and a lot of folks who have played one less match. Inter Miami CF2 with that win over Philadelphia Union 2 now rockets into 4th place. They have 12 wins and 42 points. NYCFC 2 with the loss comes back into the pack. They're now in 5th with 25 matches played, 42 points, and 10 wins. Columbus Crew 2 on goal difference and goals for is now in 6th place at 42 points, 10 wins, 2 goals less scored than NYCFC 2, 5 goals behind in goal difference. So, Chicago Fire 2, they are now in 7th place at 41 points and 9 wins. The team Atlanta United 2 takes on next Crown Legacy. They are in 8th, and it is now Crown Legacy, 10 wins and 40 points. That is the number that Atlanta United 2 is chasing. Chattanooga FC still chasing, 3 matches to go, 38 points. Carolina Core, 3 matches to go, 37 points. Toronto FC 2, 3 matches to go, 34 points. New York Red Bulls 2, 3 matches to go, 33 points, and that gets us to Atlanta United 2 at 31. Basically, Atlanta United 2, 3 matches to go. They got to win them all. Everybody above the marker at 40 points, everybody's chasing that marker. Crown Legacy cannot budge from 40 points. Chattanooga FC cannot go north of 40 points. Carolina Core can be 40 points. But 40 is the number right now for Atlanta United 2. Huntsville City Football Club and New England Revolution 2 have been eliminated from postseason contention. So that's the task at hand for the 2's as they get ready for the matchup at Matthews. It'll be on the SDH Network with the pregame show at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. 7:33 kick from Matthews as Atlanta United 2 still chasing after that last playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. As always, thanks to everybody with Atlanta United and Atlanta United 2, communications staff, making sure that we are giving you the best information humanly possible every single time out when it comes to what we are chasing and what we're trying to give you when it comes to Atlanta United 2. And as always, major kudos to everyone involving the action at the fraction all season long. Will Jarrett is right there with it and has been helping us out all season long. All the communications staff for Atlanta United 2, and also big thanks to our friends at Huntsville City Football Club, Jacob Brabant, and everyone there keeping us up to date on everything that is going on with Huntsville City Football Club. But Huntsville City Football Club wins a big one, 6-3, and Atlanta United 2 knows what they have to do with the task at hand in front of them. That is the 2's review here on the SDH Network. Thanks for dropping by. Mucho platiel, play it safe, everybody, and we will be with you all week long on the SDH Network as we get you ready for Thursday night at Matthews, Crown Legacy, and Atlanta United 2 in the Eastern Conference. Play safe, everybody. Enjoy the games. We'll see you next time.